Hi, we're the Goo Goo Dolls. We're fortunate that we can give our daughters everything they need to grow and learn. But not every child can focus on classes and play dates.
Nearly 13 million kids in the U.S. face hunger. That's 1 in 6. School lunch might be their only meal each day, and it's heartbreaking to imagine any child going to bed hungry. We're dreaming of a perfect day when kids can smile, play, and just be kids without worrying about where their next meal will come from. Feeding America is working to make that perfect day a reality.
Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste. That food is given to families and children in need. Being a kid should be about doing things that make an ordinary day extraordinary. Learning to play an instrument, building a sandcastle, hosting tea parties. Hunger should never be an obstacle to growing up.
You can help end childhood hunger in your community by visiting feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
From Fifth Third Bank Stadium in Kennesaw, it is Atlanta United 2, MLS Next Pro on the SDH Network. Jon Nelson here with your pregame. Jason Longshore calling the match against Orlando City B. Jason will be on in just a little bit as we go over the starting 11 for Atlanta United 2 as they welcome the team right now at the top of the Central Division, coming in undefeated in their first 3 as we are here in match week number 4. So, previewing these two teams coming into this particular match, Orlando City B had won against Philadelphia in match week 1 at Subaru Park by the final of 3-1. Match week 2, they knock off Hunt City by the score of 2-1 at Osceola County Stadium. Match week number 3, you had some trends that had been developing for Orlando City B, like Jack Lynn and Orlando City B scoring very, very early.
By Farid Sarsar, scored last week for Inter Miami, the big center back, against Philadelphia in the win. Out wide again for Loyola. Swings it in, Jack Lynn! Textbook from Orlando! For the 3rd game running, they have scored inside of 5 minutes. Needs to be put on notice about what's brewing here for Orlando City B, particularly early in matches. They come out of the gates and they come right after you.
So for the 3rd time in 3 matches, Orlando City B scores in the opening 5 minutes of the match. Abdi Salim did it in match number 1. Alex Freeman in match number 2. Jack Lynn, assisted by Fabian Loyola, did it in the 4th minute in match week number 3. Fabian Loyola goes from the parenthesis in helping out Jack Lynn to scoring goal number 2 in the 40th minute.
If the rest of the players don't quite get the memo, they leave early. Loyola comes through alone. Now that one will count. Fabian Loyola put on a show. It's 2-0. Assist. Let's count up the players he dribbled past. 1, 2, a 3rd right there, and slots it home past CJ Dos Santos. 17-year-old.
So OCB is 3 for 3 coming into Kennesaw for some action at the Fraction here on your Sunday night. Let's go to Atlanta United 2 and how they got to this particular moment in time. They played NYCFC at Belson Stadium last week on the road trip, and it started out for NYCFC getting another goal on the board early.
Diop was tremendous in goal for Atlanta United. He had 6 saves in that game, but back to Vicente Reyes, who started the season off for Atlanta United. He's already been tested here tonight. Here plays it in. Here's Jason crossing, and that's going to be slotted in for the first goal in the 8th minute by Hack. And New York City FC 2 is on the board first. Getting NYCFC on the scoreboard. Just a simple pass right up to the middle of the 6 and a wide open corner for Hack to slot that ball through to get the opening goal. That's how you...
Justin Hack on the board made it 1-0 to the home side at Belson Stadium. That was the score at the break, and it was the score into the second half. Then Andres Jason added another for the home team.
goal. Jimenez at the inline crossing, and that's going to be chipped in on the backside. And now NYCFC 2 has a 2-goal lead. Getting on the scoreboard is Andres Jason.
Atlanta United 2 loses to NYCFC at Belson Stadium by the score of 2-0. Justin Hack and Andres Jason with the goals for the home side. Vicente Reyes recorded an individual season-high 5 saves against NYCFC 2, which brings us to tonight. Atlanta United 2 comes into this match at Fifth Third with a record of 0-2-1 with 3 points in the Central Division. Orlando City B run the table. They have won their first 3 matches. They are 3-0-0, 9 points on the year. Time for our lineups, and Atlanta United 2's lineup is now up and posted on every single social media platform that you can think of. We bring in Jason Longshore for his early thoughts. Jason, when you look at the starting 11 for the 2s, what sticks out?
So Vicente Reyes back in goal after a good performance in a loss last week. Aiden McFadden, Johnny Fortune, Tyler Wolf in the lineup to start tonight after being with the team on the road, first team last night in Toronto. I can speak to the timing of everything. Probably landed about 2:30 or so. Probably landed before that. Get through customs maybe around 2:30 or so. I don't know how long it took those guys to get home and get to sleep. Luckily, able to sleep in today and rest. But look, that's going to wear on your body a little bit. So it's something that they're going to have to deal with in those moments. Wolf, Fortune, and McFadden. Backline, Efrain Morales and Noah Cobb starting together at center back. I'm excited to see that. Tyler Young, who's been very good on the right side, 8 tackles, 1 this season. That's 6th in MLS Next Pro. Kofi Tuamasi in the midfield. We had seen him play a lot of center back previously, but in that holding midfield, he's really making that spot his own. 8 interceptions. That's 3rd in MLS Next Pro so far. And then it's Johnny Vial, it's Tyler Wolf, it's Luke Brennan, the 3 Atlanta Academy products all behind supporting Eric Lopez.
That is the lineup for Atlanta United 2. Jason will catch up with you coming up in just a little bit with the call of match tonight with Orlando City B. For the visitors, it is Javier Otero. He is between the sticks. Finished the 2022 campaign as MLS Next Pro leader in saves with 100. Had 4 clean sheets a year ago. Got his first clean sheet of the campaign with that win over Inter Miami 2. So Javier Otero is between the sticks. Your back line, it is Tahir Reed-Brown, Thomas Williams, Nabi Kibanguchi, and Alex Freeman. Midfield, Juninho Jean Solis, Christian Medina, and Jorge Almaguer up top. It is that combination that has come up, paid tremendous dividends so far in the first 3 matches for OCB, Jack Lynn and Fabian Loyola. Let's take you through the weekend that has gotten us to this particular point. We'll go over standings and live scores and all that other action. Remember, it is usually a Friday-Sunday run for MLS Next Pro. Starting off on Friday, Crown Legacy FC, 3-0 winners over Inter Miami 2. That one was at Matthews. Interesting note, for those of you that follow the first team, Christian Kalina got the start in net for Crown Legacy as they ended up getting the win, putting 3 on the board. And Crown Legacy continuing their early season run of success right now, as the way things are in their division. Crown Legacy's run the table in their first 4 matches, 3 wins and a tie, 10 points ahead of New England Revolution 2. It was a brace by David Poreba in the 52nd and the 89th, an own goal in the 64th. Got the credit for goal number 3. So OG got 1 goal, Poreba got a brace, and Crown Legacy got the 3-0 win over Inter Miami 2. Also on the board, NYCFC 2 continues their winning ways. They went to York Lions Stadium north of the border to take on Toronto FC 2, and it was a brace for Matthew Myers, scoring in the 29th and the 47th. Red card for TFC 2 in the 73rd. Nothing happening for NYCFC 2 in that final 17-plus minutes. So the Double Blues end up with the win and the clean sheet. Third match on Friday was out west. Sporting Kansas City 2 putting 4 on the board in Harriman, Utah, beating Real Monarchs by the score of 4-0. One match here in the East earlier this afternoon at historic Crew Stadium. Columbus Crew 2 continuing their winning ways over New England Revolution 2. That one was a final of 3-0, and it was Jason Russell Rowe with a goal, Marco Micheletto with a goal, and Isaiah Parente with a goal, 7th, 17th, and 81st. So Crew 2 continues their winning ways to start the season. New England Revolution 2 taking it on the chin, losing by 3. Matches in progress over at MLSNextPro.com. Austin FC 2, St. Louis City 2. They are goalless in the 21st minute at Palmer Field. Also, Chicago Fire 2 in the 21st minute, leading Philadelphia Union 2 at Bridgeview on MLSNextPro.com. That one is also a 1-0 score, and it was a goal in the 13th minute for Chicago Fire 2 to give them the lead. You have this match here in Kennesaw as a part of your 7:30s. New York Red Bulls 2 and Hunt City, they are goalless in the 21st. That one is at Montclair. You can catch that one on Apple TV and MLS Season Pass. 4 other matches going on tonight, starting off in short order. 7:30 Eastern Time at SaberCat Stadium. It is Houston Dynamo 2 and LAFC 2. You can catch that one on Apple TV and MLS Season Pass. At 8 o'clock tonight, San Jose Earthquakes 2 out west at PayPal Park. They are hosting Colorado Rapids 2. That one you can catch at MLSNextPro.com. Los Dos are in Vancouver tonight at Swangard Stadium. That one's at 8 o'clock at MLSNextPro.com. LA Galaxy 2, Vancouver Whitecaps 2. And 8:30, your late match tonight at Choctaw in Arlington. It is Minnesota United FC 2 at North Texas SC. That one is at 8:30 Eastern, and that one is also on MLSNextPro.com. Division standings as we head into tonight as your teams are making their ways out to their benches. Once again, we mentioned Crown Legacy off to their hot start in the Northeast Division in the Eastern Conference. New England Revolution 2, 4 matches played, 9 points. NYCFC at 6 points. Red Bulls 2 at 4. TFC 2 and Philadelphia Union are pointsless on the season. In the Central Division, once again coming into tonight, OCB, top of the table, 3 matches played, 3 wins. They're at 9 points. Chicago Fire 2, 4 matches played. They're also at 9 points with 3 wins and a loss. Crew 2 with their win earlier today, 3 matches played, 2 wins and a draw, 8 points. Hunt City, once again, that match is in progress, 5 points, 4 matches played, 1 loss, but they have drawn twice, and they have 2 points extra pulled from shootouts. Inter Miami 2, 3 points on the season, 4 matches played, 1 win, 3 losses on the season. And Atlanta United 2 with their 1 point on the year that you heard here on the SDH Network last time. 3 matches played, 2 losses, the 1 draw, and the loss in the shootout. Out west in the Frontier, Austin FC 2 is on top, 11 points on the board. Minnesota United FC 2 at 9, as well as Rapids 2. Sporting Kansas City 2 at 8 points. North Texas SC at 6. Houston Dynamo 2 at 3 points in 3 matches. St. Louis City 2 points in their 4 matches played. In the Pacific Division, 7 squads chasing after the Pacific Crown. Whitecaps 2 at 8 points. Earthquakes 2 at 6. Tacoma Defiance at 5 points. Real Monarchs at 3 points. LAFC 2, they are with 3 matches played, only have 1 point on the year. And at T2, Portland Timbers 2 and Los Dos, they are pointsless so far in their 3 matches, each with 3 losses. Timbers have surrendered 8 goals so far in their 3 matches with a goal difference of -5. Los Dos have only scored 1 goal so far this season. They have given up 6 and a goal difference of -5. Also, when you look at what's going on in MLS Next Pro, once again, this is a big homestand for Atlanta United 2. Home match on the 22nd against Chicago Fire at 7:30. Philadelphia Union 2 ends the month at 6 o'clock on the 30th, playing Philadelphia Union 2. You'll catch all of those matches here on the SDH Network. Your Atlanta United 2 availability report presented by our friends at Piedmont Healthcare. The only absence, Justin Garces, is still recovering from his ACL injury, so he is listed as out for tonight. No injury report given by Orlando City B. Players are making their way to the middle of the pitch. Time to honor America with our national anthem here in Kennesaw. Ready for action here in Kennesaw. Anthems being played. Players giving their high fives as they go through their processionals with the officials. Referee Anya Voigt, assistants Kevin Huey and Ben Riegel. Your fourth official, Alexander Zhelyashkov. And the man calling tonight's game between Atlanta United 2, Natalie attired, by the way, and OCB. It is Jason Longshore. Jason, take it away.
I am not Natalie attired. I am wearing a polo and I'm wearing gray
but
slacks.
I am digging the gold numbers for Atlanta United 2 tonight.
It's a different look for Atlanta United 2. They do not have the stripes. This is not the first team kit. I actually kind of like the idea of the twos earning their stripes as they move up. This is a black kit with red trim, gold print on the front, gold numbers and names on the back. Orlando in the all-white with purple trim and a little bit of orange across the midsection as well. I think it's the Sunrise kit. It's a good-looking kit from Orlando, and it's been a good team that Orlando's put on the field all season long so far. Perfect record, 7 goals in 3 wins, only conceded 2, and they've scored in the first 5 minutes every time out. Orlando's lineup to reset: Javier Otero in goal, backline left to right, Tahir Reed-Brown, Thomas Williams, Naby Kibenguchi, and Alex Freeman. 4-man midfield, a little bit of a box or diamond midfield. Christian Medina is going to be at the base of that. Jean Solis will be in the front. Juninho and Jorge Almaguer will be the runners on either side. And up top, it's 2, Fabian Loyola and Jack Lynn. Lynn had 15 goals in MLS Next Pro last season. For Atlanta United 2, it's Vicente Reyes starting in goal. Backline left to right, Aiden McFadden, Efrain Morales, Noah Cobb, and Tyler Young. 2 holding midfielders, Kofi Twumasi and Johnny Fortune. In front of them, it's Johnny Vial. Left flank, Tyler Wolf. Right wing, Luke Brennan. And up top, it's Eric Lopez. Orlando City B will kick off, moving from right to left on your radio dial. Atlanta United 2 moving from left to right. Let's kick it for 45 from Kennesaw. MLS Next Pro action, and Orlando City B goes direct. Atlanta deals with it well. Luke Brennan breaking out down the right flank. Here comes Brennan into the attacking third on the right. Luke Brennan into the 18, has to circle back to his left. Brennan looking for help, finds it from Young. Young, early cross, back post, skips over Tyler Wolf's head. Wolf's going to be able to run that down in the corner. Wolf, drop to McFadden. McFadden out on the left side, pulls it back, keeps going, trying to find the angle, dribbles it out of bounds. Actually, is touched by Freeman off of McFadden. Early flurry there from Atlanta. They don't get anything out of it. Twumasi with another interception, but Atlanta can't settle. It finds its way back to Javier Otero. 100 saves in 2022 for Otero, the Orlando City Academy product. Sets it down at the top of his 18, plays long, looking for Lynn. Morales wins the header, but commits the foul in doing so. Tight call there from Anya Voigt, our referee tonight. Not all that physical in that challenge, but the foul's called. Free kick played long to the left, skips away from Tahir Reed-Brown. It's a couple balls that we've seen that have been long that have skipped off the surface here at Fifth Third Bank Stadium. Keep an eye on that. Tyler Young will throw in 10 yards off the end line. Looking for Brennan. He fights for it, doesn't win that battle. Eric Lopez steps in to regain possession. Battle right on the touchline. Lopez forces that out from Juninho. Juninho, the Orlando captain. He's on loan from Vasco da Gama in Brazil. He has been the fulcrum for Orlando City B. Atlanta trying to work it up the right side. Young went backwards to gain some space. Finds Brennan. Brennan crosses the midfield stripe. Sliding challenge, knocks it away from him. Good work from Almaguer. It's all the way back to Otero. It's Atlanta off to the hot start 2.5 minutes in. Orlando's MO has been early goals. Naby Kibenguchi Plays direct. Morales wins the header. Orlando throw at midfield. On the right side. It's left for Freeman to take. 2 goals on the year for Alex Freeman. Right back loves to get forward. Juninho to Kibanguchi. His pass picked off. Here comes Atlanta. Through ball. Lopez, top of the 18. Cleared. Thomas Williams comes across to clean that up. Another good defensive play in the midfield from Kofi Twumasi. Atlanta throw on the far side. McFadden. Vial gives it back to Aiden McFadden. Drop back to Morales. Morales squares it to Cobb. Back to Reyes. Johnny Fortune now. Noah Cobb. Back to Reyes at his own penalty spot. Chips over to the left side. McFadden heads it forward to Vial. Nice work there from Atlanta. Vial hits the brakes. Dribbles past one. Fortune. Young. Good build up here from Atlanta. Now on the right side. Luke Brennan. Brennan cutting inside. Has Fortune outside. Plays Young behind him. Fortune. Young. Middle third now, Atlanta United. Twumasi. Young. Cobb. Back into their own half. Good recovery defending from Orlando. Cobb splits the lines. Finds Fortune. Fortune, big switch to McFadden on the left. Tyler Wolf. Wolf cuts back. Cross low. Looking for Vial. Intercepted. Almaguer. He clears. Morales wins the 50-50 in the middle third. Twumasi can't play McFadden. Almaguer. Out wide to the right side. Orlando being pressed. Go back to Kibanguchi. Otero. Top of his 6. Crossing into the 6th minute now. Atlanta gets out of the first 5 without conceding. Something no one else has done against Orlando so far this season. McFadden. Twumasi. Back to McFadden on the left. Tries to dribble up the line, walking the tight rope, earns a throw. Waiting to see who pops open here. McFadden finds Wolf. Gets it back. Finds Lopez. Lopez goes down. I think he's going to get the foul. Voigt waited to see if advantage would materialize there. It did not. Free kick back to Morales. Across to Cobb. Young. Up the line to Brennan. Brennan down the line. Young gets almost in behind, but he does find the second ball. Good work from Tyler Young. Taking it to the end line. Can he get the cross in? Still fighting. Good battle there. Reed Brown wins it. And he slams it off of Brennan for an Orlando throw. Tahir Reed Brown, 4th game of the season for him. Another one of the Orlando Academy products. Throws into Jack Lynn. Lynn gives it away to Twumasi. Vial turns to his right. Plays Twumasi. Top of the 18. Left-footed rip. Save Otero. Kofi Twumasi has a go from about 24 out. Forces a save from Otero. He had the clean sheet last week, made 2 saves, and surprisingly, they were both from the penalty spot against Miami. Played into the center circle. Cobb wins the battle with Lynn. Orlando back on it in their own half. Good work there from Solis. Here come the young Lions down the right side. Freeman out on the right flank, attacking third. Pulls it back to Almaguer. Chipped in. Vial tracking back to defend. Morales there as well. Atlanta handles that well. Drop back. Orlando cross. Top of the 6. Reyes goes up. Grabs it. Comfortable there for Vicente Reyes. Quick throw to Luke Brennan. Here comes Atlanta down the right. 4v5, Brennan streaking into the middle. Brennan steps over, left foot, shot blocked. Couldn't quite get the shot off quick enough. Brennan run over at the top of the 18, doesn't get the foul. Don't think he had got the position there. That's why he doesn't get the call. Good physical play from Tahir Reed-Brown. Reed-Brown will take the throw. Brennan battling with Juninho, had a handful of shirt. Juninho not very pleased with Luke Brennan's attempt to swap shirts this early. The 22-year-old Brazilian, fourth start of the season. Outside of the right foot, forward for Orlando. Lynn tries to knock it back to Solis, but Atlanta comes away with it. Morales, 9th minute. McFadden on the left, middle third. Twumasi now crosses over the midfield stripe. Lopez, good turn from Eric Lopez. Aiden McFadden. Tyler Wolf out on the left flank. Lopez inside, cuts to his right. Eric Lopez to Fortune, slightly overhit. Johnny runs it down, plays Luke Brennan in down the right. Brennan into the attacking third, drops it back to Young. Young with the curling cross, back post. Otero gets there. Diving play from Otero because Johnny Vial was lurking along with Tyler Wolf on that back post. Giveaway by Orlando. The pressure from Atlanta causing problems. Brennan wins it. Plays Fortune. Twumasi. McFadden. Out on the left, Tyler Wolf. Back to McFadden. Vial. Back to Morales. McFadden was cleaned out in the backwash by Loyola. I think Loyola might get a little talking to for that one. Don't think Loyola's really in the mood to talk very much. But he's warned. Free kick Atlanta. Vial. McFadden back to Vial. Fortune. Really nothing he can do. Vial put a little too much spice on that one. Throw Orlando at midfield. 11th minute, no score. Atlanta and Orlando, MLS Next Pro. Match day 4. Atlanta still looking for their first win of the season. It's Otero at the top of his 18. Otero intercepted by Twumasi once again, but he couldn't find the second ball. Juninho is there. Juninho spins back around to his right, so comfortable on the ball, the Brazilian. Twumasi knocks another one down. It's a vacuum cleaner in the midfield, Kofi Twumasi. Johnny Fortune in the center circle, turns. McFadden on the left side now. Aiden McFadden has Wolf inside. Has Wolf outside. Lopez was there as well. Finds Twumasi. Juggles it forward to Vial. 30 yards from goal. Vial out to the right. Corner of the 18. Brennan. Cross. Back post. Header off the bar. Otero didn't get there. Lopez put it off the corner of the bar. Pressure from Atlanta. Orlando trying to play their way out. They do. They find Reed-Brown on the left. Reed-Brown hits the brakes. Solis back to Juninho. Solis. Slide from Brennan. It's going to be an Orlando throw or foul. Take your pick. Going to be the throw. Solis tried to get the foul. Thrown in. Tahir Reed-Brown. Drops it back to Juninho. He'll drop very deep to get on the ball for Orlando. Lopez forces a turnover. Fortune. Back to Lopez. Has the overlap from Brennan. Eric Lopez squares it looking for Vial. Shot from Fortune. Save Otero. Brennan on the end line. In the 18. Pulls it back. Left-footed cross. Volley attempt from Wolf is headed away from him before it finds him. Freeman stepped in front. Morales back at midfield. This is great from Atlanta. 12 and a half minutes in. Got to get something to show for it. Brennan, Young, two-man game on the right side. Young pulls it back to Noah Cobb. Back in his own half. Cobb trying to stretch Orlando out here. Reyes. Cobb. Up the right side over Brennan's head, out for a throw. Eric Lopez hits the bar with a header. It's been pretty much all Atlanta tonight. Tahir Reed-Brown will take the throw. The 16-year-old gets it back. Christian Medina gives it back to him. Now Medina dribbling into the middle third, finds Juninho. Juninho down the left to Reed-Brown. Reed-Brown stood up by Young. Juninho, middle third. Solis. It's a very fluid four-man midfield for Orlando. Almaguer. Solis. Almaguer. Here comes Orlando, now into the attacking third. Lynn. Juninho with the overlap. Lynn finds options on the right side. McFadden defending, cross over the bar, goal kick. That switch from the middle to the right, though, Orlando had a lot of space over there. It's going to be an Atlanta goal kick. Reyes sets it down at the top of his 15th minute. No score. 3 shots from Atlanta. Otero made a big save. Lopez hit the bar. Long ball played straight up the middle, easy for Kibanguchi. The Cal Davis product gets it back. And now it's Medina. Last with San Telmo in Argentina. Medina back on it. Starting to find him a little bit more now, Orlando. Medina slips as he tries to cut back. Lopez comes away with it. Brennan, 1v1. Brennan tries to take it to the outside. Gets around Solis. Rides off the challenge. Luke Brennan into the attacking third. Pulls it back. Can't get around Reed-Brown. Solis. Juninho. Back to the back line now. Medina trying to find his way out of trouble. Just has to concede the throw. Atlanta's pressure has been excellent so far. 16th minute. Throw in from Young. Gets it back from Fortune. Skips past the tackle attempt from Medina. Tumasi. Sprays it over to the left side, McFadden. Johnny Vial. Tyler Wolf. Back to Morales. Middle third now. Tumasi in the center circle. Turns, finds Wolf. Wolf squares for Fortune. Left it a little short. Fortune can't win it back, but Wolf does. Cobb now plays McFadden out on the left. Lopez drops in to get on it. Plays Wolf. Wolf dances past one. Brennan out on the right. Brennan 1v1 with Reed-Brown. Pulls it back to get some help. Young. Fortune. Johnny Fortune chips it over Reed-Brown, but it's going to get to Otero. Brennan can't get in behind that time. Otero rolls it out short to Kibanguchi. Medina. Almaguer. Williams. Kibanguchi. Thomas Williams. Orlando City homegrown Thomas Williams squares it to Kibanguchi. Across to Freeman, another homegrown. Up the right side now, looking for Lynn. Lynn, 1v1 with Cobb. Spins back around to his left. Cobb pokes it away. Good defending from Noah Cobb. McFadden leads the break to Vial. Vial in the center circle. Spins to his right. Luke Brennan. McFadden making the run down the middle. Brennan, cross, looking for him, overhit. Aiden McFadden turned into a forward. Flashbacks to his Notre Dame days. Brennan couldn't find him on that run. Goal kick, Orlando. Otero deliberate here in setting this up. The 20-year-old Venezuelan Javier Otero. Blast this into the middle third. Lynn heads it into the center circle. Twumasi heads it down to Morales. Loyola chasing. Reyes clears. Settled by Williams. Pressure from Lopez forces the turnover. But Lopez was coming back from an offside position. He hadn't reset. Free kick, Orlando. Williams. Short to Medina. Now Kibinguchi gets involved. Forced back to Otero. Atlanta aggressive with the pressure with 3 up high. Kibinguchi tries to dribble his way through that pressure. Finds Almaguer. Twumasi knocks it out for an Orlando throw. 19th minute. Atlanta outshooting Orlando 4-1. Eric Lopez hit the bar with a header. Popped into the attacking half from Orlando. McFadden wins the sliding challenge. Twumasi turns. Tries to play Wolf down the left, but Kibinguchi's there first. Pressure from Wolf. Vial finds the second ball. Twumasi. McFadden. Feels like Atlanta is winning the ball back very comfortably tonight. They move it from left to right now. Young. Brennan. Young with the underlapping run. Gets it from Brennan. Turns back to his left. Gives it back to Luke. Twumasi. Big switch from Kofi. Aiden McFadden. Inside to Vial. He turns. Gets the second ball, but good tackle from Thomas Williams. Williams got there and got the ball. Vial goes flying. Here comes Orlando. Vial down at the top of the 18. Orlando doesn't have to play it out here. They're going to continue to play. Almaguer out wide to the right to Freeman. Freeman cross deflected. Reyes does prevent the corner, concedes the throw. Vial still down on the other end. Now the play has stopped, so Anya Voigt stops play, so Vial can get checked out. It's a clean tackle from Thomas Williams. Nothing wrong with that, and there's no reason to stop the play with Orlando in the ascendancy there. Vial back to his feet so he doesn't have to leave the field for 3 minutes. MLS Next Pro rules, if the trainer comes on, if you're down for more than 10 seconds, you have to leave the field for 3 minutes. Voigt asks him if he wants to go sit out for 3 minutes. He says no, he's back to his feet. Throw on the far side for Orlando. Freeman to take. Freeman drops it back. Juninho. Almaguer spins it out to the right side. Almaguer still involved. 4 Orlando players playing a little bit of keep away. Juninho now squared back to the left and wildly overhit. Thomas Williams has to run this down about 30 yards into his own half. Williams, long diagonal, wildly overhit. Atlanta throw. McFadden will take it near midfield. That was a bizarre possession for Orlando. 22nd minute. No score. Good first half of the first half for Atlanta, but no goals to show for it. They have another throw. Atlanta player down, wanted the foul. Kofi Twumasi doesn't get it, and he has to get up or he has to leave the field for 3 minutes. That's what this rule is intended to do. Those kind of moments where you take a hit, you stay down, you catch your breath, all those things. You can't do that in MLS Next Pro. Have to hop up. Vial turned over. He's still hobbling a little bit. Here comes Orlando. Juninho. Out to the left side now. Here comes Tahir Brown. 1v1 with Young. Young wins that challenge easily. Young in the corner. Reed Brown trying to put some pressure on. Noah Cobb. Forward to Fortune. To Cobb. Cobb from the corner trying to pick out Eric Lopez. Kibinguchi heads it down. Flicked forward to Tahir Reed Brown. Young defending. Almost given away. Kibinguchi comes flying in to clear it to Reyes instead. McFadden now. Vial at midfield. Medina defending. Vial cuts to the right. Has Brennan on the big switch. Finds him. Brennan, first touch into the 18. Just can't get it out from underneath his boots. Reed Brown got there first. Lopez goes down in the 18 trying to win the second ball. Does he get the penalty? Believe he does. Eric Lopez earns the penalty. The AR has come into the edge of the 18. There was a slight indication from Anya Voigt that she was showing the penalty. Lopez tried to get there, drew the contact, and Atlanta will go to the spot with an opportunity to take the lead. Not the clearest of indications of that penalty, but it is given. It looks like Eric Lopez will go to the spot in the 24th, maybe the 25th minute by the time he takes it. The long diagonal to Brennan. He couldn't control it, but he kept fighting for it. Knocked it loose enough for Lopez to get to it first, get knocked over, and draw a penalty for Atlanta United 2. Into the 25th minute. Lopez, top of the 18. 6-yard run-up. Otero in goal. Eric Lopez. Goal, goal, goal. Eric Lopez. Otero tried to drag the feet and got a touch, but he couldn't keep it out. Atlanta United 2 takes the lead on Orlando City B 1-0. You have to get something to show for the quality play that this team has had in the first 25 minutes, and now they've got that lead. See how Orlando responds. See how Atlanta responds to having the lead. They had the lead against the Red Bulls. They couldn't hold it. That one finished 1-1. And Orlando took care of business or New York Red Bulls took care of business in the shootout in that one. Otero is down. Now this is a little interesting. This was after the penalty. Orlando was getting ready to kick off. Atlanta was lined up. Otero went down. Goalkeeper warming up on the far side. And I'm wondering how the 3-minute rule is going to get brought into play here. I don't think Otero is going to be able to continue from the way this looks. Dominic Pereira is the young goalkeeper, 18 years old, out of the Orlando Academy, who's warming up on the far side. Bring Jon Nelson in here real quick to see if he spotted anything with Otero. I was watching Atlanta's setup off that kickoff, watching Orlando as well. Was there anything that you saw with Otero?
No, I mean, as Otero was going to his right, you know how you want to try to extend to that last moment. It looked like he got a piece of the ball as it was going into the net, but I didn't notice anything specifically with Otero as he was making contact with the ball, hits the ground. It could have been the impact of Otero hitting the turf as he was trying to save the ball. That's the only thing that I can figure with the contact here. As you're sitting here and you're looking at them, the physio working Otero, and he was trying to stretch from the hip, and now he's working on his back. So I think that we're going to be seeing Dominic Pereira from the Orlando City Academy here in short order as they're still trying to get Otero to his feet.
Yeah, this is an interesting one. Play was not going on, and we know what the rule is about the 3-minute situation. This would feel like one where you have to use common sense, and it's not in play. So I would give them as much time as they need and not make them have to make a sub if he can continue.
And Otero has been pulled to his feet, and he is not walking very well at all. He's grabbing the small of his back.
I don't think he's going to be able to continue. Yeah, Pereira's getting the jersey on. So Orlando's going to have to make a change. Javier Otero's day is done, 28th minute. And Pereira will be checking in. Dominic Pereira, 18 years old, out of the Orlando City Academy. Not the first half sub that you want to make if you're Orlando City B. Martin Perelman, the manager for Orlando City B, forced to go to the bench early. Pereira in, Orlando kicking off. 25th minute goal for Atlanta. They take the lead from the spot, Eric Lopez. Lopez puts pressure on Juninho. Medina tackled by Brennan, foul called. Weird idea off the kickoff there from Orlando. Did not work at all. They do earn a free kick. 10 yards inside their own half, 29th minute. Juninho. Lopez steps to him. Juninho spins back to his left. Popped forward. Young intercepts. Fortune. Brennan. Inside to Young. Tuamasi. Wearing the captain's armband for Atlanta United 2. Good work from Kofi Tuamasi. Splits defenders, finds Luke Brennan. Luke Brennan rampaging down the right side into the 18. Squares it to Lopez, but heavy touch. Goal kick Orlando. Luke Brennan looks up for it tonight. 30th minute, every time Brennan gets an opportunity, he is going full speed, straight line down the right side. Pereira, goal kick. First touch of the game. Diagonal to the left. Young steps in front of Reed Brown. But it's settled by Solis. Tuamasi intercepts once again. Square ball to McFadden. 10 yards inside the attacking half. Now 10 yards inside their own half. Morales. Good ball from Efrain Morales all the way across to Tyler Young. Forward to Brennan. Underlapping run from Young. Curls around. Gets it back. Young, 1v1 with Reed Brown. Young takes him to the outside. Tyler Young, cross, caught by Pereira. Couldn't get that one back, Tyler Young, as he's trying to cut it back to the top of the 18, or top of the 6. Trying to find Eric Lopez. Here comes Orlando. Juninho hits a second gear, hits a third gear, dribbling forward. Loyola down the right side to Freeman. Freeman, cross off of Morales. Cobb heads it back. McFadden clears. Over the head of Medina. Vial trying to find a handle. Medina gets it back from Kibanguchi. Solis, pocket picked. Tuamasi knocked it away. Passed it back to Young. Cobb clears. Header inside from Reed Brown. It's won by Almaguer. Here's Juninho. Chip. Top of the 18. Lennon controls. Cobb knocks it away from him. Solis spinning back to his right. Juninho, 25 yards from goal. Juninho. Solis into the 18. Juninho, left-footed cross, blocked by Tuamasi. Corner Orlando. Vial struggling, sits back down. Hasn't been the same since that challenge earlier where he went down. And it looks like Atlanta's going to have to make a sub here. Trainer will come on, so at any rate, Vial's going to have to leave for 3 minutes. I think he's going to get subbed out here. I believe that is Eric Centeno getting ready on the far side. Both teams forced into first half subs tonight. Javier Otero left after the penalty that Atlanta scored on. Vial has tried to continue after a big challenge from Thomas Williams, a good tackle from Thomas Williams. Just not able to do so. So Atlanta will make a sub here. Actually, it's going to be Karim Tamimi who's going to check in. Vial back to his feet, walking off under his own power. But 33rd minute substitution from Atlanta. That sub makes more sense than Tamimi or Centeno. It's Nick Firmino. Firmino checking into the midfield. He'll join the trio of Fortune and Twumasi. Firmino, 1 goal on the year from the penalty spot. He replaces Vial. We'll see who steps higher up the field out of that attacking or out of that midfield trio. But a corner to defend first. Loyola to take. Fabian Loyola. Outswinger. Low. Knocked away by Brennan. Another corner for Orlando. Medina comes over as well. Medina the righty, Loyola the lefty. In-swinger or out-swinger, could be either. Medina, both hands in the air. Runs away from it. Loyola delivers near post. Headed Firmino off of Kibinguchi. Comes off of Firmino. It's going to be a corner for Orlando, but Kibinguchi was not prepared for that one. He goes down. Firmino headed it away right into Kibinguchi. Anya Voigt has waved the trainer on quickly to check on Kibinguchi. Kibinguchi down on the edge of the 6-yard box. It's going to be another Orlando corner. And the big center back, Nabi Kibinguchi, has not gotten back up to his feet yet. He is sitting up now. Just a header from 3-4 feet away from Firmino right into the head or face of Kibinguchi. In the deflection, it went back off of Firmino, so Orlando gets the corner. Right now, the concern is if Kibinguchi can continue. Already had 2 first-half subs due to injury. One of those nights here in Kennesaw. Kibinguchi back to his feet now. We'll have to wait and see if this falls under the 3-minute rule specifications. Kibinguchi does have to leave the field. We'll see if any further checks are needed on him. It doesn't appear so. Not sure if blood is more of the issue with him or not. Couldn't quite tell. Looked like he was holding his face. Not sure if he got hit in the nose. Saw that last night with Brooks Lennon. Kibinguchi will have to get waved back in. Loyola will take the corner. Short to Medina. Medina, right-footed delivery, back post, header over the bar. Freeman jumped over Morales, won the header, but puts it over the bar. Kibinguchi back on the field of play. So that did not fall under the 3-minute rule. And Atlanta takes the goal kick. Getting a crash course in all kinds of things tonight. Played long down the left. Kibinguchi gets there in front of Lopez. Watches this one go out for a throw. 37th minute. 1-0 Atlanta United 2. Eric Lopez from the penalty spot. Alexander Freeman with the throw. Loyola back to Freeman, looking for Juninho. Brennan got there first. Pinball. Orlando wins it. Atlanta goes tilt. Here comes Orlando. Knocked forward, fouled. Free kick, Lions. Almaguer brought down. Jorge Almaguer, 4th start. Brennan forces a turnover. Top of the 18. Brennan spins back to his left, lays it off, gets it back. Sliding challenge, knocks it away from Brennan, but he's going to run it down in the corner. 38th minute, Atlanta United in the attacking third. Brennan goes down. Flag goes up. Free kick Atlanta outside the 18. I think it was the hand in the back that got the call. The AR's right there on top of it. Free kick Atlanta. 2-3 yards off the end line, about 5 yards outside of the 18 on the right. Eric Lopez to take. So this is going to swing away from Pereira's goal. No angle for Lopez to get tricky here and go to goal. He's got Tyler Wolf lurking at the top of the 18. Orlando keeping an eye on Wolf. Lopez delivers back post, headed away by Medina. Fouled in the process. Medina got there first, drew a little bit of contact. Smart from him to go down and get that. Pereira plays the free kick to the right. Orlando trying to dribble out of pressure. They pass it inside. They do get through the pressure. Loyola, who's drifted over to the right quite a bit for Orlando tonight. Can't keep it. Fortune, Morales, Cobb. See if Orlando's shape changes in the second half. It hasn't really worked so far. Young dribbles inside of Reed Brown. Has Brennan to the outside. Gives it back to Young. Back to Brennan. Back to Young. Cutting back to the left. Drops it to a Johnny Fortune. Fortune forced back to Cobb. It's good recovery once again from Orlando. Reyes. McFadden. 40th minute. McFadden dribbles inside. Fortune flashes between two defenders. Good work from a Johnny Fortune. He plays Nick Firmino over on the left. Lopez tackled away from him by Juninho. Juninho tries to play Loyola through, but Morales is the first one to it. Back to Reyes inside his own 18. And now an Atlanta player's down behind the play. It's Eric Lopez. He's back to his feet quickly. Might have been caught with an inadvertent arm swinging from Orlando. Anya Voigt getting a workout tonight with all kinds of crazy situations with injuries and possible injuries. Goalkeeper substitution in the first half. Now a drop ball back to Reyes, 41st minute. Reyes picks it up, rolls it out to Morales. Efrain Morales dribbles forward. Kofi Twumasi lays it off to the right side to a Johnny Fortune. Brennan checks back for Fortune. Fortune, Brennan, Young. Down the right side, it's Young on it. Going into the attacking third. Brennan with the overlap. Luke Brennan now. Cross, low, top of the 6. That's cut out by Williams. Battle for it with a Johnny Fortune and Solis. Fortune commits the foul. Solis goes down a little easily, but there was contact from Fortune. Solis gets the free kick, plays it forward to Jack Lynn. Lynn cuts it back, has reinforcements. Loyola, overlap to the right. Freeman into the attacking third, cuts back across. Morales cancels that. Orlando throw. Good awareness from Morales to make sure he knew where Jack Lynn was. One of the leading scorers in MLS Next Pro last season. Orlando on it in the middle third in their own half. Williams to Kibbenguchi. Popped forward. Loyola has to dribble back into his own half. Cuts it back. Good work from Fabian Loyola. Over the top, trying to play Lynn. Morales gets there first. Lynn defending. Morales has to concede the throw. 43rd minute now. Orlando attacking third throw on the right side. Alex Freeman throws it all the way back to Kibbenguchi, who slipped but was able to regain his footing. Plays it forward. Solis on the right. Cuts it back. Jean Solis. Little back heel flick out to the right to Freeman. His pass finds a Johnny Fortune. Not quite what was intended there. Fortune. Square ball to the right to Brennan. Attacking half now for Atlanta. Brennan cuts it back to Young. Young tripped up. Foul. Juninho clipped him. Young then ran into Medina as he was going down. Unintentional. He's helped back up to his feet by Juninho. Atlanta free kick, couple feet inside their own half. Fortune drops it back to Cobb. 44th minute, all the way back to Reyes. Atlanta leading 1-0. Eric Lopez with the goal. Reyes into the corner for Brennan. Corner of his own half. Williams steps in front of Lopez to win a header. Juninho dribbles out of traffic. Good work from Juninho. It's back to Almaguer. Tries to open it to the right side. Reyes gets there on the edge of his 18 with a catch. Freeman half-heartedly said that he stepped over the 18-yard box. He did not. Quick throw forward to Tyler Wolf. Has Nick Firmino. Has Aiden McFadden. McFadden can't find Firmino with the pass. Solis on it now. Medina with that interception. Good tracking back by Firmino. Knocks it away from Solis. I think Solis was stuck between ideas. Kind of caught himself there, but Firmino knocked it away from him. Brennan. 45th minute. Young back to Cobb. Up the right side, over the head of Brennan, over the head of Reed Brown. Foot race. Reed Brown wins it. It's back to Pereira. Brennan continues his run through. And Pereira knocks it out for an Atlanta throw at midfield. Doesn't feel like much there that Luke Brennan did, but he continued his run and regained possession for Atlanta United. Orlando gets the throw back. Almaguer to take. Loose touch from Tyler Wolf that time. Find out how much stoppage time we have. It should be significant. Almaguer throws it in. Tumasi battling for it with Solis. Solis tried to hit the through ball. Atlanta clears. 6 minutes of stoppage. Feels about right. So Orlando will take the throw, first of 6. Thrown into Lynn. Drops it back in the direction of Juninho. Kibinguchi dribbles past Lopez and Firmino and finds Reed Brown on the left. It's good work from Nabi Kibinguchi. Tahir Reed Brown. Defended by Young. Back to Medina. Now forward to Reed Brown. Got in behind. Cobb cuts out the cross. Reed Brown tries to bring it down. Fortune clears. Thomas Williams will get on this in his own half. Kibinguchi. Almaguer. Medina. Left side, middle third for Orlando. Almaguer. Solis. Midfield quartet just rotates to where the ball is for Orlando. Long diagonal looking for Freeman. McFadden won the header. Tuamasi clears it up into the sky. Lopez goes Shaolin soccer to regain possession. Firmino spins, drives forward. Nicholas Firmino has an option on the left. Firmino might not need it. Goal! 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 Atlanta United 2. Nicholas Firmino. Might not be the prettiest, but Nicholas Firmino scrambles that one into the back of the net. Had Tyler Wolf on the left, said, nah, I got this. Dribbles through traffic, gets past Pereira, and Firmino makes it 2-0 Atlanta. Firmino, the first half sub for Johnny Vial. makes it 2-0. Orlando City B in uncharted territory in 2023. Atlanta United 2 in uncharted territory. First multi-goal lead of the season. And a great first half from Atlanta United 2. They've gotten what they've deserved out of it. And Orlando City B kicks off. Maybe 3 minutes left in first half stoppage time. Juninho in the middle third. Gets it back from Almaguer. Juninho dribbles inside of Lopez. Cuts to his right. Twumasi slides, tackles it away. Another huge defensive play from Kofi Twumasi. Atlanta gives it away. Almaguer steps up. Lynn spinning back to his right, but he's coming back from being offside. Atlanta free kick. After that goal, Aiden McFadden was pointing to his head to his teammates. Got to keep your head in this situation. Keep it 2-0 at the halftime whistle. That's why you have those first-team players with a young group like Atlanta United 2. They've got to set the tone in moments like this. Noticed Efrain Morales just picking up on that as well. He did the same after that offside decision. Reyes plays the free kick long, battling for it. Fortune knocks it out to the left, but Wolf can't get there. Freeman does. He's got Fabian Loyola, who finds Medina, edge of the center circle. Good work from Medina to find Solis. He spins to his right. Freeman on the right side. Solis there to provide support. Firmino defending. Knocked away by Wolf. Sliding challenge. Atlanta's back on it. They get a throw. Nice recovery defending from Atlanta. It's been team defending all over the pitch from Atlanta tonight. Thrown in. Dropped back to Morales. Less than 2 minutes remaining in first half stoppage. Morales showing his technical skills on the dribbler. Big switch. Atlanta's there. McFadden at midfield. McFadden carries it forward. Has some help from Firmino. Given back to him. Now Fortune. Now Firmino. Now Fortune. Wolf. Morales. Square ball to Cobb. 10 yards inside his own half. Noah Cobb forward to Kofi Twumasi. Turns back inside. Gets it back from Ajani Fortune. Morales. Atlanta with a long rondo here. Young overhead flick. Twumasi gives it back to him. Atlanta throw at midfield. Should about do it for first half stoppage time. That was a nice possession from Atlanta in that last sequence. Brennan tried to take the throw about 15 yards further forward. Has to give it back to Young. Lopez gives it back to Young. Backheel flick from Brennan. Lopez can't get there first. Atlanta throw once again now. About 25 yards inside the attacking half. Can't be much time left here. And there's not any time left here. 2-0 Atlanta United 2 at halftime. Great first half here on the proving ground. Atlanta through Eric Lopez and Nicholas Firmino. They've got the 2-0 lead on Orlando City B. Quick break, and Jon Nelson will take you through halftime right after this on the SDH Network.
Wake up and text. Text and eat. Text and catch the bus. Text and miss your stop. Wait. Text and be late to work.
Sorry, I'm late.
Text and work. Text and pretend to work. Text and act surprised when someone calls you out for not working.
Who, me?
Text and meet up with a friend you haven't seen in forever.
Hi.
Oh, hey.
Text and complain that they're on their phone the whole time. Text and listen to them complain that you're on your phone the whole time. Text and whatever. But when you get behind the wheel, give your phone to a passenger. Put it in the glove box. Just don't text and drive. Visit StopTextsStopWrecks.org. A public service announcement brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Halftime here at Fifth Third Bank Stadium in Kennesaw. Atlanta United 2 with a 2-0 lead over Orlando City B. Halftime brought to us by our friends at Burnt Hickory Brewing. The Down South Hellas Lager, the official beer attached to Burnt Hickory and Atlanta United 2. Goals on the board coming from the spot. Foul by Williams creates a chance from the spot from Thomas Williams. Creates a chance for Eric Lopez to convert from the spot. That had a bit of a knock-on effect on Orlando City B, as after that penalty that made it 1-0, starting keeper Javier Otero went down, had to be substituted, and it looked like it was an injury to the small of his back, perhaps a back spasm or something, because it took a while for him to even sit down on the bench. And we're talking 15 minutes of real time before Otero sat on the Orlando City B bench. Coming in was the second keeper, Dominic Pereira. He showed up in the 28th minute and was there for the 17+6 that were added here in the first half. Another substitution that we have to keep an eye on for Atlanta United 2, Johnny Vial substituted with a bit of an injury after a challenge that he took from Thomas Williams in the first 45. And Firmino comes in and he gives you dividends as well, because he gives you goal number 2 at about 45+2. Nicholas Firmino with a scramble, trying to poke the ball among 3 OCB players, does exactly that, has just enough momentum to get over the goal line, and it's 2-0. Goal by Firmino, Lopez from the spot, and that's where we are after the first 45 minutes. Your numbers: possession to Atlanta United 2, 52 to 48%. Total passes about the same, both just over 200 and just shy of 225. Accurate passes for Atlanta United 2 coming up at about 85%. Passing accuracy for Orlando City B just under 80% in the first half. Crosses 8-6 for Atlanta United 2. Orlando City B had the only corners that were won in the first half. They were 3-0. Looking at your dribbles and your duels, dead even on your duels, by the way. 46, and so you had Atlanta United 2 winning 54% of those, and it was 1 of 5 won in the air by Atlanta United 2. Possession won in the final third 3-2 for Orlando City B. Successful dribbles on the day on 13 dribbles. Atlanta United 2 operating at 71.4%, only 4 dribbles for Orlando City B, and they had 60% success rate on those. Tackles and defensive actions. Tackles won. It was 6 out of the 9 tackles for Atlanta United 2. Orlando City B won all of their 8 tackles in the first half. Interceptions 8-7 for Orlando City B. 6 fouls called on Atlanta United 2. 5 called on Orlando City B in the first 45 minutes. Shot 6-2 for Atlanta United 2. Shots on target 4-0 in favor of the 2. Shots inside the box at 3-2. 1 hit the woodwork. You'll remember that one was Eric Lopez early on back in the 12th minute, where he hit his off the bar, and then Johnny Fortune had a save there in the 13th minute in short order. Big chances is considered by our friends at Press Box Live. It was 2-0 for Atlanta United 2. 10 touches inside the 18 to 6 for Orlando City B. Final third entries, Atlanta United 2 had a full 1 quarter more than Orlando City B at 28-21. When Jason comes back late here in halftime, what we'll do is we will go over some of the numbers and some of the players that drew attention to themselves. Defensively, it would be Kofi Tumasi, and offensively, it would be Luke Brennan. So we'll get into the discussions with Jason toward the end of halftime and toward the beginning of the second half, with discussions about those two individuals and anything else that stuck in Jason's mind here in the first 45 minutes. Passing numbers, it was 42 total touches for Tyler Young in the first half, just to give you some ideas. 87.5% success rate for Tyler Young. 89% success rate for Efren Morales, 84% for Aiden McFadden. We mentioned Tumasi, and it was 84% for him, 91% pass completion percentage for Johnny Vial at 91%, so 85.7% in the first half. A lot of great numbers to look at when it comes to possession and keeping the ball away from Orlando City B. We mentioned all of the other action that is going on around MLS Next Pro, and there has been a lot of action going on. We'll update you on division standings as well, taking you back to earlier in the day. Once again, remember, Columbus Crew 2, 3-0 winners over New England Revolution 2 at historic Crew Stadium. Games in progress, and most of the other games are going on. The last match of the night will be coming on as we go here at halftime. Austin FC 2 in the 70th minute. They are leading St. Louis City 2 by the score of 1-0 in that match, and you can catch that match over at MLS Next Pro. Austin FC 2 with a bit of an up-and-down season so far, and for them, getting the goal on the board by Rodriguez in the 66th minute at Palmer Field. So Austin FC 2 with the 1-0 lead with about 20 minutes to go when it comes to that particular match. Also on the board for the matches going on right now in MLS Next Pro, it is Chicago FC 2, once again with about 20 minutes to go, leading Philadelphia Union 2 by the score of 1-0. Also on the board, the action that started earlier, started 7 o'clock as opposed to your 7:30s. All those games have about 20 minutes to go, and we will break all of those matches down for you with all the scores and all of the division standings and all of the effort that is going on with these matches here. We mentioned what happened earlier in the week. So Chicago Fire 2 leading Philadelphia Union 2 in Bridgeview. You can catch that one on MLS Next Pro. That one is about 20 minutes to go. New York Red Bulls 2 leading Hunt City and Jack Collison at Montclair State. That one is in the 68th minute, and that one is 1-0 to Red Bulls. Atlanta United 2 got to see Red Bulls 2 earlier this season, and it is going to be part and parcel to what folks are staring at in the Eastern Conference. But Red Bulls 2 right now leading Hunt City by the score of 1-0. That one's got about 20 minutes to go as well. We mentioned this one going on at the half, as all of the action going on here in the Eastern Conference. The games in the Midwest and in the Frontier Conference, they are just getting underway, and we will update you on all of that stuff as we go here in the halftime show. Right now, as you look at division standings, we mentioned Whitecaps 2, they're underway. They have a 2-point lead over Earthquakes 2 in the Pacific Division. With the Eastern Conference, it's Crown Legacy, Revs 2, NYCFC 2. Red Bulls 2 right now, if things hold, they would end up getting full points. Philadelphia Union 2 chasing after their first points of the season. Toronto FC 2, their first 3 matches, they have no points on the board. Late update from Bridgeview. Philadelphia Union 2 with an equalizer over on MLSNextPro.com. Fire 2 and Union 2, they are tied at ones with 20 minutes to go. Early action also at the break. Houston Dynamo 2 at SaberCat Stadium and LAFC 2. That one is goalless. 30th minute, San Jose Earthquakes 2 and Colorado Rapids 2. That one is goalless on MLSNextPro.com at PayPal Park. Los Dos, who are at the bottom of the standings in the West, they have a goal on the board at Whitecaps FC 2 at Swangard. That one is 30 minutes in, and the LA Galaxy 2 with a goal in the 2nd minute by Aaron Bibout. They lead Whitecaps FC 2 by the score of 1-0 early on. That one is at Swangard. So that is your rundown of everything that has been going on so far. Just now underway at Choctaw Stadium in Arlington. It is North Texas SC and Minnesota United FC 2. We will update you on those scores and all of the action going on here in MLS Next Pro in the post-game show. Once again, back on Friday, Crown Legacy winners, NYCFC 2 winners over TFC 2-0, Sporting Kansas City 2 over Real Monarchs by the score of 4-0. Let's bring in Jason Longshore and talk about the first 45 minutes. And there were two names that came to mind, one on offense and one on defense for Atlanta United 2 in the first 45 minutes. Jason, the first name that came to mind for a lot of folks was Kofi Tumasi with his play in the first 45.
Yeah, I mean, Tumasi with 3 tackles, won 2 of them, 4 interceptions. He had 8 interceptions coming into this and was 3rd in the league. He's probably going to be 1st in the league at the end of the night. But it's not just winning the ball back in those situations. He's doing good work with the ball. He's 84% passing. He's providing that presence in the middle of the park. And I've seen Tumasi play a good bit over a couple of years in UPSL Georgia and generally have seen him as a center back. And playing in the midfield, it opens up a lot of possibilities for Kofi Tumasi. I really like this setup tonight from a defensive perspective with Tumasi and Johnny Fortune in front of Efrain Morales and Noah Cobb. That foursome in a box with 2 in front of the other 2, it's working really, really well. They're getting a ton of support because even the attackers are defending really well. But Tumasi, I think, is setting the tone defensively.
And you mentioned the attack down the right-hand side. We're seeing it with Tyler Young once again. Luke Brennan getting a lot of activity in that first 45 minutes as well, and a lot of mentions in the first 45.
Yeah, Brennan's created a chance. You need a little bit more production in the attacking half. You've got 2 goals, one of them from the spot, another one a good individual effort from Firmino. But and Lopez gets the assist on that, so he's got a goal and an assist. But you want more chances created. It feels like the way Atlanta's playing, they should have more than 4 chances created. They're keeping Orlando to 1, and that's excellent. But a little more production. I like the liveliness from Luke Brennan especially. He's got 1 key pass. You just want a little bit more because I think he has it in him. I think he has that ability. It's the idea of playing fast and then getting into the attacking third and allowing the game to slow down a little bit. I don't think he's got that part yet. That's why these minutes are so critical for him this year before he joins the MLS roster in 2024.
Bench for the second 45 options for Steve Cook. You're looking at Tony Tiente, Nelson Orji. You're looking at Kareem Tamimi. David Mejia is available, as well as Alan Carlton and Eric Centeno. And so that's what you can stare at as you're getting ready for ideas if you need them as you're up 2 or if you're looking to give some folks some minutes if the game is in your control as things continue to wind down.
Yeah, Atlanta's in a good spot here. We're in a good spot about a minute away from the second half. Going to take a quick break. We'll be right back after this on the SDH Network.
Attention high school sports fans, are you an armchair official? You know, the parent or fan who constantly yells at the referees and loves to let everyone know just how bad you think they are. Well, if you think you could do better, then get in the game and prove it. It's time for you to suit up and make the calls where they actually count. Every sport in Georgia needs more officials. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Welcome back to Kennesaw, getting you ready for the second 45 halftime show brought to us by our friends at Burn Hickory Brewery, the Down South Hellas Lager, the official lager of Atlanta United 2. Time for the second 45, and to give it to you, Jason Longshore from the Proving Ground.
I might need to get some of that Down South Hellas Lager on the way home. It's been a long weekend, and hopefully it will be punctuated by 3 points for Atlanta United 2. Atlanta United 2 in the all-black. Let's kick it for 45 from Kennesaw. 2's moving from right to left. Noah Cobb's long ball blocked by Lynn. Cobb regains possession. OCB in the Sunrise kit, all white with purple and orange trim. They're moving from left to right. Johnny Fortune regains possession, plays Luke Brennan. Brennan trying to dribble through traffic. Almaguer comes away with it for Orlando. Here comes Atlanta. Brennan knocked over at the midfield stripe. Foul, yellow card. Christian Medina picks up that yellow card for Orlando. Atlanta will take the free kick. 46th minute yellow card for Christian Medina. Atlanta will take the free kick. Paperwork completed. Whistle blown. Noah Cobb to play it back in. Cobb. Firmino flicks it out to the right to Brennan. Back inside to Firmino. Great turn from Nick Firmino. Firmino to the end line. Pulls it back. Has Brennan inside. Firmino dribbles back around to his left. Back heel to Brennan. Brennan pulls it back. Looking for the angle. Luke Brennan can't find it. Has Tyler Young there to support. Gives it back to Brennan. Brennan inside, but it's intercepted. Juninho's put the long sleeves on for the second half. Has gotten a little chillier here in Kennesaw. He earns a free kick. The Vasco da Gama Loney. Orlando plays it in. Almaguer. Back to Williams. Across to Kibbenguchi. Pressure from Wolf. Loyola has to drop deep to get a touch. Plays it inside. Little risky, but it comes off. Almaguer. Big switch to the left. Tahir Reed-Brown just couldn't read that bounce, and I don't know what that attempt was to bring it down. We saw a little Shaolin soccer in the first half. I think that might have been an attempt at that. Actually thought he might have hurt himself with the way he lunged out to try to bring that down. Noah Cobb with the long ball. Over the head of Tahir Brown. He tries to get acrobatic again. Draws a foul, though. Firmino got the hands out on his back, but it's been an adventurous 2.5 minutes for Tahir Reed-Brown. Pereira. Backup goalkeeper called into action for Orlando. Tuamasi with another interception, but he can't run it down. Tuamasi might be in double digits with defensive actions by the time we get to the 70th minute. A defensive clinic from Kofi Tuamasi tonight. Throw in on the far side for Orlando. Thrown into Lynn. Good flick from him inside. Young comes away with it. Tuamasi fouled. Orlando did make a substitution at halftime. Solis's night is done, and Moises Tablante, the 21-year-old Venezuelan, second appearance of the season from him. Atlanta plays the free kick across to the left. McFadden. Morales. Tuamasi. Wolf. Good ball from Wolf to Firmino. Down the left side, Nicholas Firmino. Tries to cut that back to Lopez. Fortune almost found the second ball, and Tablante comes away with it. Long down the left side to Lynn. Foot race, won by Noah Cobb. Sliding challenge from Cobb. Orlando will get the throw, but you saw that speed from Noah Cobb. His acceleration is on another level. I'd like to see him in a 40-yard dash against some of the first-team players. His acceleration is just ridiculous. Big switch, Freeman header, caught by Reyes in traffic, knocked out of his hands. He gets the second ball, goes down. Reyes is going to be all right. Drew some contact there. I think that might have been called a foul if Orlando had made anything of it. Anya Voigt was on top of that one. She was ready for it either way. Firmino spins back. Fortune out to the right. Brennan overlapped from Young. Luke Brennan dribbling inside, lays it off to Young. Cross blocked. Tahir Reed-Brown with the block. Atlanta throw in the attacking third. Atlanta will take their time. 51st minute. Thrown into Brennan. Brennan cuts to the right. Dribbles out. Shielded off of it by Reed-Brown. Pereira will take the goal kick. 2-0 Atlanta, 51st minute. Atlanta United 2 looking for their first win in MLS Next Pro. Goal kick played short to Juninho. Medina. Back to Kibbengucci. Loyola. Looked like a designed play there from Orlando. But that's been really shut down. Juninho with a nice turn. Gets around Fortune. Juninho, the Orlando captain, plays it forward to Almaguer. Now down the right side to Freeman. Opportunity here. Cross to Blante. Can't get the shot off clean. McFadden clears. Juninho settles. Medina gives it to Almaguer. Swung back out to the right to Freeman. Freeman cuts inside this time. Top of the 18. Flicks it forward. Cleared. Tumasi. Good outlet ball to Brennan. Here comes Atlanta down the right. Brennan dribbles past Juninho. Luke Brennan on the dribble, tackled away by Thomas Williams. Brennan with a great move on Juninho, who's still trying to find him. Brennan is down. We'll see if he has to stay down and go out for 3 minutes or if he can get back to his feet, and he's back to his feet. Anya Voigt doing a really good job of managing that situation because I think she's going over and giving a reminder every time to say, hey, do you want to stay down and get treated? You're going to have to be out for 3 minutes. Or do you want to get back up? Brennan hobbling a little bit, but he got back up. Juninho came over to check on him. I think he's going to be all right. Just a hard landing after the tackle from Williams. Battle for it. Atlanta wanted a foul. They don't get it. Juninho dribbles out for Orlando. Plays it inside to Medina. He's dispossessed. Shot Firmino. Pereira is able to push it wide. Atlanta corner. Juninho is just a fascinating player here in MLS Next Pro. He is so confident on the ball. Dribbles out of trouble regularly, but when he tries to play his teammates, sometimes he puts them in difficult spots. Put Medina in a really tight spot there. Firmino knocked it away from him. Pereira with a nice save, and Atlanta will take the corner. Tyler Wolff. In-swinger, near side, back post, caught by Pereira. And he rolls it out short to Juninho. Juninho going to dribble forward for Orlando, pulls it back. Medina gives it back to Juninho. Brennan dueling with Juninho. He has to give it back to Medina. Now back to Williams. Big touch forward. Big long ball down the left. Not enough room here at Fifth Third Bank Stadium to run that one down. Atlanta throw. Tyler Young will take it. Second half action on the SDH Network brought to you by Kaiser Permanente. Thank you to Kaiser Permanente for helping us cover soccer at all levels across the state of Georgia. Atlanta United covering the attacking half all over the place right now. Brennan almost gets back on it. Orlando throw. Medina. Firmino knocks that forward. Thomas Williams shepherds that one out. Goal kick, Orlando. The defending in the attacking half has been outstanding for Atlanta. Orlando's going to make a couple of subs here. Tahir Reed-Brown is one of them. Medina is the other. Try to get the Orlando subs as quick as we can. Both players on the far side. It's a goal kick for Orlando. Reed-Brown and Medina out. Granados is one of the incoming. Orlando plays it out for an Atlanta throw. Firmino. Firmino can't find the teammate. Fortune cleans it up. Orlando will take another throw. Ian Garrett is the other substitution, a 27-year-old from Kalamazoo, Michigan. Here comes Atlanta into the 18. Shot! Goal, goal, goal! Atlanta United 2. Second of the night, Nicholas Firmino. 3-0 Atlanta. That was an Orlando throw that is quickly turned over, and Firmino from the top of the 18 beats Pereira. Second goal of the night for Nick Firmino, third of the year, third of the night for Atlanta. This is what this Atlanta United 2 team had been building towards. We saw a great second half against New England in the opener. We saw a great first half against Red Bulls 2. Didn't see a lot in the NYC match, and we had a chance to talk to Steve Cook before this one, and manager for Atlanta United 2 told us that there was a little bit of a meeting in the locker room afterwards, and it wasn't just the veterans who were speaking up about that performance in New York. Orlando kicks off. They're going to earn a free kick here on the edge of the 18. It wasn't just the veterans, yellow card to McFadden. It was some of the younger players, and I think the name that jumped out to me was Vicente Reyes. Vicente Reyes, Eric Lopez, both standing up, demanding better performances from this team, and they're getting it so far tonight. That's what young teams go through. That's what MLS Next Pro is all about. And Atlanta United 2 has responded to an off night last weekend with a great opening 58 minutes tonight, up 3-0. But they have to defend now. Orlando with a free kick, attacking third, right side of the 18. About 3-4 yards outside the 18. Maybe 15 yards off the end line. So there is an angle here to potentially go to goal. Two-man wall. Lynn trying to find space on the back post. It's going to be an in-swinger here. Free kick played in. That was a shot. It's blocked into the air by the wall. Reyes fights through traffic to catch. Luke Brennan in the wall, deflected that one straight up, and Vicente Reyes came fighting through to get on the end of that. Nicholas Firmino, middle third, gets it back from Wolf. Rides off a challenge. Firmino spins, dribbles forward, tackled out by Juninho. Orlando thought they had earned the throw. Juninho and Firmino having a laugh about it. Atlanta throw at midfield. Tough night for Juninho. Freeman tackles it away from Firmino. Atlanta keeping the pressure up high. Tablante down the left side. Big switch for Loyola. McFadden defending. Good touch from Loyola first. Cuts in on his left foot. Still going on his left foot. Passes to the back post, but the flag goes up. Reyes makes the save anyway. I think Loyola was honestly wanting to shoot that, and he mishit it. But the attacker on the back side of the play, Tablante, offside. Reyes makes the save, trying to keep that clean sheet. McFadden plays it forward, won by Kibanguchi. Firmino still fighting for it, sliding challenge by Lopez. McFadden knocks it forward. Game's a little frantic right now. Alejandro Granados, he gets his first touch. Here comes Tablante, cuts back to his left foot, rips it, caught by Reyes. Great look from Moises Tablante, but Reyes was able to make a comfortable save. Tablante hit that with a little bit of fury from about 25 yards out. Reyes chips this into the middle third. Firmino flicks it forward, gets it back from Brennan. Nicholas Firmino, 2 goals on the night. Pass forward, blocked down by Garrett. Atlanta throw. Young will mosey up to take it. 3-0 lead, no need to be in a hurry. Thrown into Tuamasi. He's hounded by Loyola, plays it forward to Firmino. Firmino back to Young. Young spins back, gives it to Cobb. Johnny Fortune in the center circle. That's a good ball from Noah Cobb. Fortune trying to play Wolf in behind. That's picked off by Freeman. Loyola double-teamed by Wolf and Fortune. Able to play his way out of it. Good, nice work from Fabian Loyola. Granado spins back to his right. Gives it back to Loyola at the center stripe. Little bit of a flick forward. Wolf just runs through him. Free kick Orlando. Sub for Atlanta. Couple subs. Johnny Fortune checking out. Aiden McFadden also checking out. So we'll get reorganized here. Looks like Wolf, Fortune, and McFadden, the three guys who made the trip to Toronto last night, probably got home in their beds about 3:30 or so in the morning. Played a great 61 minutes and some change. They're going to get the rest of the night off. You bring first-team players into this group, it's expected that they perform at the level that those three did tonight. So multiple subs for Atlanta. We'll get them caught up here in just a second. It's an Orlando free kick just inside the attacking half. Almaguer will take. Orlando back in action. Almaguer. Big switch to the left. Looking for Garrett. Garrett defended by Young. Orlando throw. Nelson Orgy's in at left back for Atlanta. He replaced McFadden. Centeno is on as well. Atlanta trying to regain possession, but Orlando still got it in the attacking half. They play back to the center circle to Kibanguchi. Tony Tiente's in as well for Atlanta. That's the three subs, Tiente, Centeno, and Orgy. First appearance for Nelson Orgy. He's been injured early on this season. Had a great year last year in USL Championship. Eric Lopez, interception, foul, free kick Atlanta. Even when Atlanta's not on the ball, they're still controlling things very well tonight. Tiente back to Cobb. Back to Reyes. Chested down by Garrett. Here comes Orlando down the left side. Juninho rides through one challenge. Cuts back to his right foot. Has some help from Tablante. Tablante trying to turn the corner. Puts in the cross. Headed away. Morales won that header. Good ball down the left to Tumasi. Freeman knocks it out for an Atlanta throw. That's a good ball from Brennan to Tumasi. He's kind of turning the corner and laying it into his path. A cultured ball there from Luke Brennan. Orgy takes the throw at midfield. Tumasi. Back to Efrain Morales and now Noah Cobb. 65th minute, 3-0 Atlanta. Kofi Twumasi turns inside. Trying to find Centeno down the right side. Garrett knocks it away. Here comes Juninho dribbling forward for Orlando. Good through ball from Juninho. Cut back top of the 18. Loyola saved by Reyes. Don't think Fabian Loyola caught that completely cleanly. But Reyes with nice footwork just sliding across the face of goal. Makes that save look easy. The Chilean Youth International punts it forward. Battle for it. Lopez earns an Atlanta throw. We're seeing consistently good performances on both sides of the ball from Eric Lopez here with Atlanta United 2. Flicks it forward to Centeno. Centeno, cross. Brennan tries to get there. Freeman won it. Juninho back on it outside his 18. Across to Freeman. Freeman back inside. Almaguer, loose touch. Lopez almost took that away. Almaguer gets to try it again. Williams, Garrett, Loyola in the center circle. Here comes Orlando. Loyola through ball looking for Lynn. Cobb races to it first. Orlando throw. Right side attacking third throw for Orlando City. Loyola, nice turnaround. Orgy. Cross blocked. Comes off of Morales and Orgy. Orlando corner. Fabian Loyola starting to make some things happen for Orlando now. The 17-year-old homegrown had a great year in MLS Next Pro last year. Collision top of the 18. Player from each team goes down. Orgy is the Atlanta player. Kibinguchi from Orlando. Both pointing at the other one. Anya Voigt doesn't want to hear it from either one of them. Orgy and Kibinguchi were both pointing fingers. Voigt tells him to get over it. Orlando corner, in-swinger. Loyola. Loyola back post. Headed down. Tuamasi heads it forward. Still Orlando. Juninho. Out wide to the right. Loyola over the bar. Poor ball from Loyola that time. Goal kick Atlanta. '68th minute crossing into the 69th. Cobb. Forward to Lopez. He tries to flick it on to Centeno. But it's Orlando on it. Freeman. Orgy steps up to defend. He's able to play Loyola in behind. Juninho. Defended by Tiente. Back to Almaguer. Almaguer up the right side to Alex Freeman. Back to Juninho. Attacking third now for Orlando. Step overs from Juninho. Tuamasi not falling for it. Wins the tackle. Here comes Orlando once again, though. Williams steps forward. Juninho. Loyola 30 yards from goal. Laid off top of the 18. Noah Cobb comes away with it for Atlanta. Firmino hits the change of gears. Rides off a challenge. Dribbles past two. Plays Luke Brennan. Nick Firmino putting on a show tonight in Kennesaw. Luke Brennan gives it back to Firmino. Lopez. Brennan. Foul. Granados. No, it's actually a foul on Brennan. Handball. I think Anya Voigt said, "What are you doing?" to Luke Brennan, who grabbed it after he was bumped by Granados. Maybe made the most of it. No matter, Atlanta handles the free kick well. Young heads it forward. Here comes Eric Centeno. Centeno into the attacking third. Into the 18. Eric Centeno, 5-6 step overs. Cross. Popped into the air by Kibinguchi. Juninho gets on the end of it. Here comes Freeman. Big switch from Freeman to Young. Young defending. Garrett gets there. Almaguer rides off the challenge. Garrett gives it back to Williams. Granados. Switches to the right to Juninho. Feels like Juninho has about 200 touches in 70 minutes. Granados. Kibinguchi. Almaguer turns, gives it away. Lopez steals it. Pass behind Brennan. He wanted to take off and go. Tiente passed it behind him. Kibinguchi across to Williams. Atlanta leading 3-0 over Orlando. MLS Next Pro Matchday 4. Thanks for hanging out with us on the SDH Network. I'm Jason Longshore. Nicholas Firmino with 2 goals tonight. Eric Lopez with the first of the night. And Orlando, who came into this 3-0-0 this year, struggling to get back into it. Juninho tackled away by Nelson Orji. Series of deflections leads to an Orlando throw. Throw into Juninho. Cross. Reyes gets a touch. Centeno battling for it. He comes away with it. Good work from Vicente Reyes on that quick low cross from Juninho. Here comes Centeno. 3v4 for Atlanta. 4v5 now. Cutting inside, it's Eric Lopez. Back out wide to Centeno. Back to Lopez. He turns. Plays Young. Tiente now. Still attacking half for Atlanta. Now back into their own half. Morales pulls it away from Juninho, who was lurking. Reyes. 10 yards outside his 18. Long ball down the left. Orji made the overlapping run, but he was offside. 73rd minute. Granados across to Williams. Back to Granados. Almaguer back to Granados. Still in their own half, Orlando. Almaguer, center circle. Still in his own half. Granados. Kibanguchi. Still in his own half. Across to Williams. Atlanta just keeping everything in front of them. Juninho dribbles into the attacking half now. Rides off the challenge to Centeno. Juninho forward. Tablante forward. Lynn can't control. Cleared. Good work from Young and Tiente there. Firmino tries to turn out on the right. Young runs it down. Cobb passes forward to Tiente. Back to Noah Cobb. Tyler Young. Eric Lopez. Here comes Atlanta into the middle third. Lopez skips past Granados. Back heel to Firmino. Forward to Lopez. Back to Firmino. Out wide to Centeno. 3-man game for Atlanta. Still going. Lopez. Still going. Firmino in the 18. Cross behind Brennan. Great look from Nick Firmino. Pass wasn't quite there. Tuamasi with another tackle. Tiente got it that time. Tuamasi had the initial defensive step, but Tiente won the tackle. Now it's Tuamasi. Out wide to the right to Centeno. 74th minute. Nowhere to go for Centeno. He cuts it back to Kofi. Kofi and Lopez. Here comes Kofi Tuamasi. Nick Firmino, top of the 18 on the left, cutting across to his right. Shot by Firmino over the bar, looking for that hat trick. Goal kick, Orlando. Pereira plays it short. Williams to Juninho, still in his 18. Juninho hits the turbo button, gets forward about 15 yards. Williams, Kibanguchi, Granados, Almaguer on the right. 75th minute, 3-0 Atlanta United 2. Atlanta's got one more sub opportunity if they want to take it. Orlando thinking about a sub right now as well. Almaguer. Up the right side to Loyola. Into the attacking half now, Orlando. Loyola cutting inside on his left foot. Chips it forward, took a deflection. Lynn can't run it down. Reyes can. Rolls it forward to Tiente. Out wide to Orji. Tyler Young on the right for Atlanta. Dribbles inside, fouled by Juninho. It's been a few fouls from Juninho, and he's going to get a yellow card. It's been a very frustrating night for the Orlando Talisman. Christopher Acuna checking in for Orlando. That's for Jack Lynn. 2 goals on the year for Lynn. Really didn't get much service tonight. The defensive work from Atlanta, outstanding. Acuna, 1 goal, 1 assist in 3 games so far this season for the 19-year-old from Uruguay. Cobb plays the free kick long for Firmino. Kibanguchi wins the aerial duel. Almaguer swings it into the attacking half. Flag goes up. Tablante coming back from an offside position. Atlanta plays the free kick back to Cobb. Now Tiente. Big switch to Orji on the left. Has Brennan short, plays him. Brennan. Big switch back to Noah Cobb. Tyler Young now. Still in their own half. Forward. Lopez. Back to Cobb. Centeno backs into the Orlando defender and draws a free kick. Draws a throw. About the same. Thrown in short. Fancy footwork finding Centeno. Now he gets the free kick. Firmino just split the defender, played it inside to Centeno, draws the free kick. It has been showtime from Nick Firmino tonight. And he gets dumped over by Juninho, who's on a yellow card right in front of the Atlanta bench, and they are apoplectic. Juninho should probably get a second yellow right there. I think Anya Voigt's going to give him the benefit of the doubt. He can't get subbed out now. Orlando might wish that they could sub him out to prevent him from getting sent off and missing next week. That should have been a second yellow. That's intentional. That's just knocking a guy down who scored 2 goals against you. Will Juninho be able to avoid picking up another yellow card in about 12-plus minutes? Free kick played inside to Firmino. Bounces off of Granados. Centeno out on the right. Tackled away by Garrett. Atlanta throw. Juninho might want to just go up and play striker and stay away from everything right now. Thrown in down the line to Lopez. Knocked out by Garrett once again. Atlanta will take another throw. 79th minute. 3-0 lead. Can't call the 2s the 5 stripes this year. The jerseys have no stripes, all black with red trim and gold print. Juninho regains possession for Orlando. Spins back around to his right. Gets clipped. Foul. Free kick. Centeno clipped him. Played back to Williams. Juninho gets it from Almaguer. 2-man game from them, 30 yards from their own goal. Now they advance. Knocked out off of Young. Orlando throw near midfield. 80th minute. Thrown in down the line, looking for Acuna. Orlando gets another throw. Now they're into the attacking half. Here's Juninho. 40 yards from goal. Back out to the left. Garrett cross. Cobb slides to knock it away. Corner Orlando. Good defending from Cobb. Loyola goes across to take it. This will be an outswinger from the far side. He's going to leave it. Still an outswinger. Atlanta trying to maintain the clean sheet. 81st minute. Orji and Acuna get warned. Lots of pushing and shoving, preparing for this corner. Juninho gets it short. Cross from Juninho. Top of the 6. Headed down and in. Flag is up. Header was down, but Kibanguchi was offside before he slammed that one in. Morales went down on the initial challenge, and Voigt waving the trainer on. He tried to get back to his feet. Trainer being waved back. Morales is going to be all right. Nope, Trainer coming back. Morales went up in the aerial duel initially. See how this one's handled. Voigt keeping an eye on Morales. Everybody grabbing a swig of water right now. This turned into an accidental hydration break. The way Voigt waved the Trainer on, I thought there might have been blood. Morales walking off under his own power. Trainer following behind him. See if Atlanta has to play short-handed here for any long period of time. Don't think they will. I think we've seen Voigt manage that Next Pro rule pretty well. Yeah, Morales is going to check back in as soon as he can. Reyes will take the free kick on the offside decision. Reyes plays it long over the head of Firmino. Cobb runs it down, and here comes Morales back into the match. Reyes back into the middle third, once again over the head of Firmino, but he finds the second ball. Juninho rolls an ankle. He goes down. Centeno cuts inside. Brennan. Overlap from Nelson Orji. Brennan gives it to him. Brennan with an overlap of his own. Centeno inside. Back to Firmino. Back to Centeno. Lopez. Orji. Morales. Tony Tiente. Cobb. Juninho's back up to his feet. He's all right. Brennan chests it forward around Freeman, but Freeman gets there for the second ball, draws the contact, gets the free kick. It's good defending from Alex Freeman. Almaguer. Granados. 84th minute. 3-0 Atlanta. See if they can keep this clean sheet. Freeman plays it forward. Acuna trying to get there, but Cobb. Easy foot race for him. Reyes. Overhit over the into the Orlando bench. Nice catch. Throw in. Lions. Back to Juninho. Williams. Granados. Almaguer. Juninho on the left. Still in his own half. Not moving around the best right now, Juninho. Williams squares it to Kibbenguchi. He's going to step forward. Long ball looking for the long run of Freeman. That's going to go out for a goal kick. 85th minute, Atlanta United 2. Most complete performance of the season, leading 3-0. Reyes will take the goal kick. It's all about keeping the clean sheet now. Williams wins the header. Loyola touches it inside. Granados now. Twumasi with another interception. Lopez. Firmino. Tiente. Young. Doesn't get to Young. Acuna picks it off. Tiente left that pass short. Here comes Orlando up the left side. Pulled back. Young defending. He wins it the second time. Tyler Young wins another duel. Firmino trapped in the corner. Cobb off the end line. Concedes the throw, but about 40 yards upfield. About 25 where that throw was taken from. Almaguer, 86th minute. Orlando, Juninho down the left. Here he comes dribbling inside. Juninho knocked away from him by Twumasi, but Juninho runs it down. Still on it now. Back to Kibbenguchi near midfield. Almaguer spins back to his left. Thomas Williams. Juninho on the left side. Juninho Passes inside, nearly picked off by Eric Lopez. Almaguer dribbling to his left, gives it back to Juninho. Goes back to Williams. Granados in the center circle. Orlando trailing 3-0, 87th minute. Granados, Loyola. Here comes Loyola into the attacking third down the right. Now Freeman, cross. Reyes marks it, comes out for it, doesn't catch it cleanly, but he's fouled. Decisive there from Vicente Reyes. We'll see Karim Tamimi come in to finish this one out for Atlanta United 2. And what a night for Kofi Twumasi. Twumasi passes the armband to Tony Tiente. And just an incredible performance from Kofi Twumasi. Twumasi's gone. Not sure why Tamimi wasn't allowed back on the field yet, or back into the game for the first time yet. He's still off to the side. That's weird. Here comes Orlando. Long ball, too long. Reyes will pick it up. 88th minute. I don't know, maybe the sub card was misspelled or something. Not sure. Firmino. Tiente. Orji. Back to Tiente. Brennan. Overlap from Tiente. Brennan keeps it. Forced backwards. Granados forcing Brennan back. Brennan draws a foul. Now can Tamimi come in? Yes. I have no idea. '89th minute. Vicente Reyes will take the free kick. Probably not much stoppage time in this one. Throw in Orlando in their own half. Throw in back to Kibanguchi. Back into the 6-yard box to Pereira. Williams, pressure from Tamimi. Granados carries it out of the defensive third. Juninho on the left. Juninho defended by Centeno. Trying to get past him. Centeno running with him. Tiente there to help. He grabs Juninho. Foul. Free kick. Juninho, 40 yards from goal. Plays the free kick back to Garrett. Gets it back. Almaguer now. Tablante down the left side for Acuna. Cobb there to defend. Acuna splits Cobb's legs. Tablante into the 18. Goes down. Penalty Orlando. 90th minute. Orlando earns a penalty. Acuna played that between Cobb's legs. And Orlando City B, Tablante earns the penalty. And the clean sheet is at severe risk now as we get into second half stoppage time. Orlando with a penalty to cut the lead to 3-1. Reyes ready. Orlando stepping to it. Goal. 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 Orlando City B. Christopher Acuna. 4 minutes of stoppage time. Orlando trails by 2 now. It's 3-1. Atlanta will kick off. Acuna with a little bit of fist pumping there for the goal that cuts it to 3-1. Tamimi fakes the kickoff, now plays it. Firmino. Freeman heads it down. Almaguer. A little spark from Orlando now, but they got to find 2 goals in about 3 minutes. Freeman. Kibanguchi. Juninho on the left. Juninho dribbles to the outside, up the flank. Garrett flicks it forward to Blante. Stood up. Young gets there in front of Garrett. Young battling with Garrett, draws a foul. Good work from Tyler Young. Free kick. Vicente Reyes will take it out wide on the right. Juninho complaining. No, yellow's going to go to somebody on the Orlando bench. Assuming that is going to Martin Perelman. Could have been another staff member. Thought it was going to Juninho, who was right there as well. I think the complaining about time wasting for Atlanta on the free kick. Reyes plays it long. Over the head of Tamimi. Kibanguchi wins the header. Firmino wins the second header. And Centeno out on the right earns a throw. Young will take the throw. Down the line, off of Tamimi. Orlando throw. Garrett. Young knocks it down to Firmino. Tiente in the middle now for Atlanta as they try to run this clock out. Morales. Tiente. Nelson Orji on the left side at midfield. Here comes Nelson Orji into the attacking half. Orji overhits the pass for Brennan. Orlando will take the throw. Not much time left here. Atlanta 3-1. Acuna cut that lead to 3-1 from the spot. Lopez opened the scoring from the spot. Nick Firmino now with the match winner. Garrett trying to dribble through traffic. That's shut down by Tamimi and Firmino. Firmino on the dribble inside to Tiente, fighting through traffic, earns a free kick in the center circle. Final whistle coming any second now. Played over the top. Atlanta might think about adding something else to it. Luke Brennan decides to slow things down. Nelson Orji. Orji cross. Tamimi settles it. Lopez. Lopez into the 18. Eric Lopez. Tamimi can't get on the end of it. Lopez tried to set Karim Tamimi up. Goal kick Orlando. Pereira out to Juninho. Centeno back to defend, and there's the final whistle. Atlanta United 2, first win in MLS Next Pro for Atlanta. 3-1 over Orlando City B, knocking them off from the unbeaten ranks. Nick Firmino with 2, Eric Lopez with 1, Kofi Twumasi with a defensive clinic tonight. And Atlanta United 2 gets the 3 points. They go to 1-2-1 on the year. 4 points. Have to always remember there is that shootout possibility after draws. Atlanta lost their shootout, so only 1 point in that one. Orlando City B falls to 3-1-0. Jon Nelson will catch you up on all the other scores, the standings, all of those updates. I'm going to go ahead and put my vote in for Nick Firmino for man of the match. Kofi Twumasi would be the second star. Third star, I would probably give to Luke Brennan. If we're going to go hockey style, I'm just making things up as we go. Thanks for hanging out with us on the SDH Network. Jon Nelson will take you through postgame right after this.
Why are interscholastic sports called the last classroom of the day? Because they teach students important life lessons like teamwork, accountability, and perseverance. School sports are so much more than a game. They're about developing the whole person. That's why they're an essential part of every student's education.
Encourage your student to participate in the last classroom of the day. Interscholastic Sports in Georgia. This message presented by the GHSA and the Georgia Athletic Directors Association.
Win over Orlando City B. This is the Atlanta United 2 postgame show here on the SDH Network, brought to us by our friends at Kaiser Permanente. Kaiser Permanente, thrive. Let's go through some of the numbers here tonight. As we mentioned, 3 stars, Firmino, Tomasi, and Brennan. Running through the stats, the individual stats for them here in the match on the night. Obviously, Firmino with the 2 goals on the day. 50 touches, 25 of 31 for Nick Firmino, passing at an 80.6% clip. Passes in the final third, he had 9 of them and was successful on 5 of those. In addition to the 2 goals on the board. General stats when we're talking about Firmino, because remember, Firmino was in for a substitution for Johnny Vial, so Nicholas Firmino had to come into the game, made the instant impact that he did. It was successful dribbles. He was 3 of 4 in that department, and he also had 15 duels on the night, winning 4 of them. Also on the board, he had 2 duels in the air, and also ended up with 1 possession, 1 in the final third. So once again, the 2 goals for Firmino and for Eric Lopez getting the 3rd goal from the spot for the night. Also, when we look at Kofi Tomasi breaking down his night, our second story, won all 3 of his duels that he was involved in, 1 possession 6 times on the night for Atlanta United 2. Won 2 tackles, had 6 interceptions, was 32 of 38 passing, 84%. On 57 touches. So a big night for Kofi Tomasi, helping things get squared away for Atlanta United 2. When we look at Luke Brennan's numbers as the 3rd star of the night, Luke was at 3 of 5 on his dribbles. He had 16 duels on the night, won 7 of them, and he also had some activity in passing and possessions in the final third as well. So once again, looking at your numbers for team stats across the board, XG, if you want the XG, it was pretty even, but Atlanta United getting 1 from the spot, getting 2 from Firmino, gets the 3-1 win. Shots 9-8 for Atlanta United 2. 6 of those shots on target for Atlanta United 2. Only 3 shots on target on the night for OCB. Shots inside the box 5-3, however, for the Young Lions. 1 shot for Atlanta United to hit the woodwork. That was Eric Lopez in the 12th minute. 2 big chances to 1. And final third entries, 52 for Atlanta United 2, 46 for OCB. OCB offside 4 times for Atlanta United's 2. Possession went to OCB, 51 to 49%. Total passes, more for OCB. They were north of 400 on the night. Atlanta United 2 just under 400. 83% passing accuracy for Atlanta United 2. 83.7% for OCB. Passing accuracy in the attacking half. OCB at 76%. Atlanta United 2 at 73%. 96 passes in the final third for the Twos. 92 for OCB. Total crosses 15-13 for OCB. Won 5 corners on the night and only 1 corner for Atlanta United 2. 25 dribbles on the night for Atlanta United 2, winning 61% of those. Then 53% of the total dribbles won by OCB. Total duels on the night, get this, 50-50. 51 of 102 for each side. And the aerial duels that were won went to 8 of 11 for OCB and only 3-1 for Atlanta United 2. Possession won in the final third. Both sides had it 4 times. 19 tackles on the night for OCB, winning 16. Atlanta United 2 had 17 tackles, winning 13. 15 interceptions for Atlanta United 2. He mentioned the night that Kofi Tumasi had, 12 for OCB. 15 fouls each, 2 yellow cards for OCB on the night. Remember, this is part of a big homestand for Atlanta United 2 that carries itself through the end of the month, and you have 2 other home games here where you can catch Atlanta United 2. You have the match next weekend, and then you have the match on the 30th, which is a different start time. It is Chicago Fire FC 2 coming in on the 22nd at 7:30 next Saturday night. Then back to next Sunday night on the 30th, 6 o'clock start, as Philadelphia Union 2 comes to town. Going through some of the other scores and getting you squared away with what's going on in MLS Next Pro on a very, very busy Sunday. Once again, starting from the top of the order, Columbus Crew 2, 3-0 win over New England Revolution 2. Austin FC 2, 2-0 winners over St. Louis City 2. Philadelphia Union 2 was down 2-1, came back to beat Chicago Fire FC by the score of 2-1. In the Austin FC match, it was a goal by David Rodriguez in the 66th, Micah Burton scoring in the 88th to put distance between Austin FC 2 and St. Louis City 2. We mentioned Philadelphia Union 2 getting the 2-1 win over Chicago Fire in Bridgeview. It was a goal in the 13th by Misael Rodriguez to give Fire a 1-0 lead. Then Brendan Craig and David Vasquez scoring in the 71st and the 81st to give Union 2 the win on the road. Also on the board, your games going on in MLS Next Pro. You had this one here, and then we also had a couple of other matches that were going on the West, in the Western part, in the Western Conference. So it was a very, very busy night for Atlanta United 2 and for MLS Next Pro. New York Red Bulls 2 gets the win over Hunt City by the score of 1-0 at Montclair. You know the final here. That was 3-1 Atlanta United 2 over OCB. In penalties right now going on, Houston Dynamo 2 and LAFC 2 at SaberCats Stadium. That one was goalless through 90 minutes. Houston currently leads 3-1 on PK, so it looks like Dynamo 2 might be heading for the extra point. 66th minute and beyond right now, Colorado Rapids 2 leading San Jose Earthquakes 2 by the score of 1-0. Crazy match going on in north of the border. It is in the 76th minute. Whitecaps FC and Los Dos are tied at 3. You can catch the last 15 minutes of this one on MLSNextPro.com. It was a goal by Los Dos with Bib out and scoring in the second. Then Amanda scores in the 44th for Whitecaps FC 2. Habibullah scores in the 51st. Bib out gets his brace. You're tied at 2. Rudisil scores for Galaxy 2 in the 59th. Aguilar scores in the 74th just now, as a matter of fact, at Swangard. So 15 minutes to go. Whitecaps 2 and Los Dos are tied at 3s. You can catch the rest of that match on MLSNextPro.com. And also it is Loons 2 right now leading start of the second half over North Texas SC by the score of 1-0. That one's also on MLSNextPro.com in Arlington, Texas at Choctaw Stadium. So once again, setting up your standings right now in the Central Division. 9 points on top with OCB, that first loss of the season. Columbus Crew 2 with 8 points. Fire 2 with 6 points with 4 matches done. FC Cincinnati 2, 3 matches played, 4 points. Atlanta United 2 now up to 5th as we currently talk with the win tonight. And they are ahead of Hunt City and Inter Miami 2. Inter Miami 2 right now with 3 points in their first 4 matches. So once again, come back in 6 days' time. It's Atlanta United 2 and Chicago Fire FC 2, 7:30. Pre-game show starts a little before that here on the SDH Network. We'll catch you up on everything going on with Atlanta United 2. We'll catch you up with everything going on with the parent club, with a very, very busy weekend here for Atlanta United. Draw in Toronto and a win here at the Proving Ground on Sunday night. For Jason Longshore and everybody here at SDH, I'm Jon Nelson. Thanks for hanging out with us on the postgame show. Postgame show for Atlanta United 2, presented by our friends at Kaiser Permanente. Kaiser Permanente, thrive. We'll be back at it again, 9:05 tomorrow morning with Soccer's Morning Show. SDH kicking off your week to talk about everything Atlanta United, MLS, and the world. For everybody here in Kennesaw, action at the Fraction. Positive result for Atlanta United 2, a 3-1 win over Orlando City B. Played safe, everybody. We'll see you next time.